Hello, this is Sanjay Wadhwani with Top Dog Real Estate and Brand Realty Real Estate. So today I'm going to go over some investment properties. We're going to talk about investment properties into residential real estate. Now, there's a couple of tips and tricks that I would like to share with you. And the main thing is that if you're looking to invest in residential real estate, you want to make sure that you're hitting a minimum cap rate of at least 4.5%. That means the returns on your investment. So I'm going to show you a couple of strategies how you can do that. But before we go into that, let's share some insights of what you really need to understand when it comes to residential investments. Now, couple of updates on this thing. It is very important because there is a lot of scams going on in the industry today. And because of that, you want to take certain steps. So we got legal alert, a lot of vacant lines scams. Why is it happening? It is happening to absentee owners, owners that are staying out of the country, Canada, Europe, South Asia, Australia, South America. Now, these are called absentee owners, owners that do not live in the United States, but they own properties in, well, anywhere in the United States. But today we're talking about the South Florida marketplace. And without their knowledge, somebody here is trying to sell their property. Now, there is always, we always have a whole profile of every seller that's owns in the market. But as a real estate agent, our job is to make sure that we meet the guidelines, we follow the legal guidelines of the industry. But if an agent forgets to do that, then last least, uh, it does end up somewhere, you see. So the thing is, if you own a property in South Florida, I would highly suggest, now this is for Broward County, there's one for Miami, this one for Palm Beach. In fact, all the counties in every state have this owner alert because this is a major issue that is going on. For example, let's say somebody calls me today and says, hey, my name is so and so. I own this property over here. I live outside the United States. I'm calling from Canada. On my phone, it will probably be a number from Canada. It will be a valid email. Everything will look just like perfectly fine. And I want to sell my property. This is my name. Look me up. And I do my research. And the next thing I know is, yeah, this is legit. Okay, let's do it. How much is your property? How much you want? Oh, I want $1 million. Let's do it. Now, what happens here? There are certain guidelines that we interact with. And those, while following those guidelines, we are well aware of who's behind the other side of the phone. Okay. In the beginning, it's difficult, but as soon as when we get into contracts, that's when a lot of things come up. So I want to put this out to you in the front, and I want you to understand that this is highly, highly important. If you are a owner, seller, investor, anything like this outside of the country, or even within the United States, if you live right here, if you're settled in Broward County, just go to here, web.bcpa.net owner alert, and you go down, you put your name, your last name, your property ID is a parcel ID that's been given to every owner. You will see on your property tax record, and you put your email and you submit. This is highly important that if you never know, if somebody tries to scam you by selling your property, you will get an alert. You will get a notification on your phone, on your email, that somebody by the name of this is trying to sell a property. And immediately you will get all the information Broward County, you call them right up and say, no, I never did it. It's not me. And this is basically to support you in the long term. So I highly suggest you to do that. Okay. So that's number one. Second thing is if you are looking to purchase a property for rental investment purposes, there are some guidelines that you want to look into it. Now, if you are working with a real estate agent like me or somebody else you know, we are well aware of the fair housing guidelines. So we basically go and we list the property in that phase. But if you are trying not to hire an agent, that's perfectly fine, my friend. I respect that. And then you can just come to miamirealtors.com, go into advocacy and go into fair housing laws just to understand a basic. Now, miamirealtors.com is a free website for everybody, for real estate agents, for brokers, for commercial, for investors, landlords. It's completely free to the entire public. So feel free to come and, go through navigate through everything and you get to understand. Now, if you're looking for, like, you can go into the consumers, you can find a realtor. If you're looking for me, my license number is 329-1526. My name is listed Sanjay Wadhwani. You can come look for me for any of your real estate services. You want to hire me or even fire me. God knows what you want to do. But anyways, you can come here. You can look for the open house search. Highly recommend to go to open houses if you're trying to invest. So open house basically gives you an idea of what the location is about and how's the atmosphere and all the good stuff. Okay. So that's that. So highly recommend you to come here. Now, this is another website which I would like to share with you. It's called the Utility Connect. So I use it for all my existing clients. You as a landlord, you can use it also for whoever's coming in. It is very beneficial and it is very, it's good stuff. So basically it takes all their utilities. And this is a free service for agents like us. It's a free service. I think it's a free service for landlord also, but you have to look into it. Utilities such as internet, electric, water, cable bill, telephone bill, everything. You sign up your client, put it their information, where they're moving from, where they're moving to, take this all in information, and well, next thing you know. Why do you want to do this for your customer? Well, the number one thing you want to do it for your customer is to earn a referral business from them. Whether things went well with your tenant or it didn't well with your tenant, you want to take care of your tenant, because from their word of mouth, you can end up getting referrals, because in the end, you want to make sure everything is settled down like a happy face. And they can send you customers. So when they're sending you clients, you say, oh, okay, I have a nice piece of property. Come have a look. Don't worry about your utilities. Don't worry about calling them. I'll take care of, get their information, get their account numbers, transfer everything, and you're good to go. Okay, so it's a very good process to look into it. The next one, I would highly recommend you, if you are a landlord or seeking for investment purpose, to come to this website called rentalbeast.com. When you come to rentalbeast.com, you're going to immediately get the first page as rental market data. Now, if you're planning to invest, you want to be here because of two reasons. Number one, you want to know the vacancy rate of the location. You don't want to invest in a place where there's a high vacancy rate, and next thing you know, your property is sitting on the market for a few months without any action. And the reason why you don't want to do that is because, vacancy rates. What is the reason for vacancy rates? Number one, there's no schools in the area, so there's no demand for rentals. Could be a retirement area. Could be there's no opportunity zones. When I say opportunity zones, means there is no place to do industrial work. There's no warehousing. There's no job opportunities. So these are called, opportunity zones. Wherever there's an opportunity zone, there is a high chance that you're going to get, your property rented out really fast. So we're gonna look at the rental vacancy rate, and here you see the highest is this the dark ones. You see in this area, this is more like, I believe it's in Dania Beach, close to Dania Beach. You know, it's like it's now Dania Beach is going into big developments. A lot of investors from overseas are coming and they're buying that piece of land, like they're buying in bulk. And they're already most of them have already purchased. So it is going to pop up. But what's going to happen is if you have too many rentals in one location and no opportunity zone, no matter what they do, it's still going to be vacant. You understand? So, but now if you're looking to retire in South Florida, then you want to be in the highest vacancy rate so you can come and relax and outbeat the traffic, the crazy traffic we have today. It wasn't like this 20, 30 years ago. So that's very important. Okay. So the rental, now the lowest is 39. So you can look over here. You see, you can just scroll down and you can see which one has the lowest. Like this one is 0.8333321. It is it's I believe 32321 is Tamarack. Tamarack is extremely powerful because it lies close to the highways. It is very close to public transports. There's a lot of things going on, and Tamarack is really building up really well. Okay, so you have Turnpike on the one side, you got I-75 on the other side, just like 15 minutes away from I-95. So these are things that you have to keep in mind. Okay, so you can look through here and you can look at the median rent is the second thing that's most important, because if you're planning to invest into a residential real estate, you want to make sure what is the rental value, which locations you really want to do. Now, moving forward, there's a couple other sites where you can do tenant screening. You can use. They vary between $22 to $76, depends. Now, if you're doing rental based, if you are a landlord and you want to rent your property, but you don't want to list on the MLS, you can come to Rental Beast and market your property here. You will get one free tenant screening. The listings are free. It does not cost you anything to list. Just like if you listed in the MLS, then of course you have to, pay the first month. In Rental Beast, it's an optional, whether you want to pay or you don't want to pay, but it's your choice. You can it is free for landlords to list. For us agents, we have to pay a monthly fee. But if you do offer a commission, it is the best way to list it in both places, Rental Beast as well as the MLS, to get the best amount of clients you can get. Landlord Station is another website that I do recommend for tenant screening. You got Smart Move is another one. Let's look at it. And then Utility Connect is the one I was telling you that you can get all the utilities connected and go from there. Now, moving forward, I want to share with you a couple of properties, a couple of tips and tricks that you want to look into. This is highly important because the most important thing is how much you paid for the property, how much is your expense, and how much you're going to get rent. And that's how basically we are going to come out. So let's look at a couple of properties here. Let me see what we got. Let's look at this one at $139,000. Okay, let's see what the broker says over here. Investor opportunity, nice renovated one. So that's we like. Rentals, okay, great location. Building is currently shut down due to violations from the city. Well, that's a good thing for us. If we are an investor, then why not? Now, the broker remarks is special assessment negotiable 720 months, so they owe $7,200 to the association. Me, and now, would you invest in a property like that? 90% of you will say no. 10% who says yes, I'm with you. You know, because this is a kind of property that you really want to go and invest in. They're asking 139,000, but if the building is shut down, there's no way they're going to get 139,000. And that's how investors think. They're looking for opportunity. You know, I'm looking for opportunity. So this is how I work with investors. I find them properties where they are more benefited. Will we pay? Well, it depends on the landlord, depends on the owner if they're willing to take it or not. But let's just do a calculation based on $139,000. Okay. What are we looking for? We're looking for the maintenance fee. The maintenance fee right here, association fee is $328. Let's say if this one is 300, let's assume that we negotiated with the 7,200, we negotiated with the owner and we got everything taken care of. So the median price range, let me see, the rentals in this market, 33162. Let's look at the summary maps. So 162 is about 2,600 a month. Okay, we're looking highest to lowest, and then getting a middle. So 2,600. If I have 2,600, let's say 2,500 for just to be on the other side, $2,500. We're going to take out the association fee, which is 328. We're going to take out the property tax, which is 200 bucks. Normally 139 into 2%. Even if we do 3%, that's $4,000. 4,000 into this, 333. So let's take out 328 association fee minus 330. Let's say 335. Another 125 for insurance purpose. You want to make sure you're doing insurance on your investment properties, and you want to make sure that your tenants have renters insurance. Very important to save yourself. And let's say, for example, 10% vacancy rate. So we are left with $1,462 at what's currently being offered. Now, 1,462 times 12 is 17,544. Let's say $17,500. If I take 139,000 and I multiply by 17, not multiply, divide by 17,500, that's going to give me a return of 7.94% return on my investment. Now that is amazing. What did I tell you before? 4.5% minimum you got to look. So this is like almost nearly double. So about an 8% return on your investment. Now you tell me of one bank that will pay you more than 1% interest rate. So assume you have 6 of these properties. You're making $100,000 every year. If you can break even $100,000 after all expense paid, I mean, you're not even working. There's 2 ways of making money in investment. One is working for the money, and the second is the money working for you. And that's what I like, and that's what I do. And imagine having 6 of these properties. You make $100,000 a year just by doing nothing. The money's working for you. What do you do with that $100,000? You reinvest into one property every single year, right? Because that's how much you're going to break even, $90,000 to $100,000 by the end of the year. If you reinvest every single year into one property, my friends, you never have to work for life. So that's what it is. So if you're interested in investing into properties like this, please give me a call, 954-864-9161. If you want to find me, I'm on Facebook, very active on Facebook under, this is my site right here, Top Dog. Look under Top Dog, residential and commercial real estate. And if you want to find me otherwise, my license number is 329-1526. Once again, this is Sanjay Wadhwani with Grand Realty, and this is my website, Top Dog Real Estate. So feel free to reach out to me anytime, and thanks for watching. Any questions or concerns, please feel free to reach out to me. There's no fee for a consultation, but I will definitely guide you in the right direction. Okay. Once again, Sanjay Wadhwani, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you learned something today. Thank you. Bye-bye.